This is the little pepper plant that I bought from Kroger. There's actually two of them. This one on the left is a bell pepper, and on the right, it's supposed to be an Anaheim, but it's spicy. But as you can see, I've got peppers growing, and yeah, there's a lot of them, and lots of blossoms, so lots of peppers on that one. And this one over here, not so much, but lots of blossoms, so there will be. And this is our lemon tree, which came with the property. And as you can see, we have blossoms. So this should maybe give us some lemons. Now, I recently put chicken manure in the bottom of that, and I think that's what helped it, because it had been kind of hurting for fertilizer. So if you've got gardens and stuff, don't worry about the chemical fertilizer shortages. Go get yourself some chicken manure. It's really cheap and very abundant. You can see right over here, one of my geraniums is blooming. Why won't it focus? Come on. Come on. Go back a little bit. There we go. So most of the pomegranates have either been picked from the tree or they fall into the ground. You can see that one's in the middle is opened up because the squirrels get them and the birds get them, and sometimes you're trying to pick one off the tree and you get it down, it's already been eaten. Just wanted to give you a little update on the garden. I went to Home Depot the other day. I got a couple of hibiscus, and they're both from the Hawaiian Punch variety. So there's a yellow one, and this one is a white and pink one. And then I wanted to show you how well my tomato plant is doing. Look, it has already burst out of the tomato cage. It's taller than the tomato cage now. And it's got a ton of blossoms on it. Let me see if I can find some for you. Well, okay, under here you can see there's a whole bunch there. So I should have a bunch of tomatoes there. And there's some right there. And this one is also doing well. Now, if you'll notice down low, I have cut off all the low branches because any kind of splashback can create rot and disease. So it also gives good airflow. So I didn't know these things a year ago, but you know, been watching lots of YouTube videos on growing tomatoes. And one thing you can see, let's see if I can show you on this leaf here, or maybe even on this leaf. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Well, there's little tracks, and those are little leaf eaters that, what are they called? I'll put it in the video, but they eat the leaf between the back and the front, and it just happens. So when I was at Lowe's the other day, I also bought another pineapple guava because my first one didn't survive the move, and by that I mean I had brought it out here about a month before we moved, and the guy that was staying here just didn't get it watered as much as it needed, so it died. So I got another one. Okay, just wanted to show you, this is one day's harvest of chard and beet greens, and the beet greens have the purple stem. Let's see, there they are. It doesn't matter if an animal's chewed on it a little bit, and then the chard has the green. And you don't eat this part, it's very fibrous and woody, but this is like a 2-quart container and it's overflowing, and I haven't even done the spinach. But yeah, I'll be cutting these up and cooking them tonight. And this is just from 1 Swiss chard plant and 1 beet. So I can kind of do it like once every 2 weeks because I've only got the 1 beet and the 1 chard. It takes them that long to recover. But if I had 14 beets and 14 chard, I could potentially be doing this every day, and that would be good. Hey everyone, it is Monday, I think October 24th, and gardening is going so good. I'm so happy to report that my tomatoes finally have some tomatoes on them. So far 2, but I think in the next couple weeks this is just going to be burgeoning with little green tomatoes. I think maybe this tomato plant is an indeterminate variety, because indeterminate means it just keeps growing and growing and taller and taller. And the issue is I don't really have a trellis for it. It's in a cage, but it has outgrown its cage. There is kind of a flat wall trellis that I can move over behind it, and maybe I can tie it to it, but like I don't have a system where I can string it up. I just don't have that system. And you know, it's my first time growing these tomatoes, so what can I say? I just don't know what they're going to do. The other plant, because there's 2 tomato plants, one did not survive. I don't know what the heck was wrong with it, but I finally just pulled it because I said this thing looks not good. And kind of like maybe it had some sort of disease on it or whatever, and then I thought, well, I don't want to buy the other plants, so I got rid of it. Anyways, the second plant is almost about to top the tomato cage, and it has little blooms on it, so hopefully that's gonna be putting out some little tomatoes in the next couple weeks. And the Meyer lemon has got some blossoms on it, which maybe means little lemons in the future. I had heard that citrus trees really like chicken manure, and the previous owner, he and his wife are gardeners, he left behind tons of chicken manure, and so I put some in the bottom of the citrus trees, and all of a sudden, boom, it starts blooming. So I think I have, well, maybe 3 bags of chicken manure left. I should get some more. And in the back, I have put 3 bags full of compost into the raised beds, and I could only put enough in 2 because I just ran out, and there's 6 raised beds, so I'll have to do it slowly but surely. The issue with me buying compost is not a financial issue, it's a weight issue of the compost. And because the car in the driveway is on a slope with the back end pointing down towards the street, it's just really hard to pick up a bag of compost because they weigh about 50 pounds and to climb up the hill with it. Now my next door neighbor said he would, we could just call on him anytime we needed help, and I might call on him when I go buy compost and stuff, but I don't want to like abuse that very fragile brand new friendship with the neighbors. Although I am thinking, because he's got 3 kids, I'm thinking of making each of the kids one of those Jada folk art blankets for Christmas. Because sometimes they help me take the trash from the upper level down the hill, sort of towards to the street. Yeah, that's a dangerous thing. Anyhow, so the gardening is going really, really well for what it is. And I should add that I did not plant that beet or that chard. That was left over from the previous owner. And there's a big spinach bush. Well, it's not big, but I mean, I could harvest spinach every single day off that bush. There's so much spinach. And I have bought a new tree. It has not come yet. I don't even think the order has been fulfilled, but it is coming, and when it comes I'll show you what it is, because I'm real excited about it. And let me think if there's anything else with the gardening. Well, the avocado trees aren't quite ripe yet. I have no idea when to tell they're ripe. This is like a total learning experience. Every month I'll pick one and see if it will ripen on the counter. And if it doesn't, then I know the tree is not ready. So I picked my one for October, and next month I'll pick another one to see. I just have no idea. I'm out of my element on that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of crochet. I've done a couple more Zabez things. I just can't show you anything I've done for him recently. He hasn't made them public. I'm not sure what is going on, because usually he's pretty quick about making things public once all the testers have finished their tests. But he hasn't, and so I've got, I think, 3 things I can't show you right now. And then hold on just a second, because I ordered some stitch markers from Rose Likes Crochet. Now I know I can make my own stitch markers, but you know, I want to support you guys. If you have an Etsy shop, I can't necessarily buy your most expensive thing, but you know, I'll sprinkle a little money around if you've got an Etsy shop. So I bought a couple of stitch markers. Let me just show you. Okay, so they came in this nice little organza bag, and when she advertised these on Facebook, her Facebook page, I immediately said, oh man, as soon as those post to Etsy, I'm going to go get them. So let me just take them out of the packages. Okay, so this one, let's see. This one is Krispy Kreme, and this is my favorite candy of all time, is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So I said I just have to have that one. And then it came with her business card and a little candy. So when I'm on a big project, I will be using those stitch markers. Like if I should make more of those Jaden Stitches blankets. I certainly have the yarn for it. Okay, I'm going to give you an update on the ADU apartment. They have replaced all the doors that were not up to code. All the mudding and taping has been done around the doors. The next step is painting, and that's going to be, for me, a little bit of an inconvenience, because it's just going to be a lot of shifting things around. It's one thing to paint an apartment when nobody's living in it with their stuff. It's another thing when all the stuff is in the apartment and you're painting and you're moving, and not going to be quite as bad as the floors, but they're going to do it in 2 days, so I'm going to say do half with my bedroom first and then do the other half, because my bedroom has plenty of space in it that after it's painted I can move things into there temporarily so they can paint the second bedroom, which has a lot of unpacked boxes in it because I can't unpack them until they put the flooring in and I can kind of actually finish moving in. So, and I don't know, I was thinking that painters were coming today, but they didn't. And the guy came and did just a little mudding. And then he's supposed to sand today, a little more sanding. Oh, that sanding, let me tell you, I'm sure my lungs are completely clogged up with that kind of dust. That dust is everywhere, on everything. I'll be so glad when it's painted and that dust is not an issue anymore. It's just this white film, everything. Anyhow, I don't know when the flooring is supposed to go in, and that's fine because she's not charging me full rent right now, or the full rent that she's going to be charging me, because these things were not finished when I moved in. So I might have like another month or so of grace period, and then the full rent. Let's see. Oh, and I wanted to say a word. I know Linda, just a crochet sister. I don't know if you're watching this, sweetie, but if you are, I know you're probably still in the hospital and will be there for a while. And I hope that you're healing well. I hope that the surgery will correct the problems that were plaguing you for so many years. And I hope that you can live relatively pain-free from now on, once you recover from the surgery, of course. So, all my love to you, Linda, and please get well soon. We look forward to hearing from you. So, with that being said, I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.